We will be talking about global goal number 5, which is gender equality. Gender equality is a basic human right. Why does global goal number 5 matter? Because women, girls, and females represent half of the world's population. Did you know that 35% of women ages 15 to 49 have experienced physical and/or sexual violence from an intimate partner? Also, 1 in 3 girls ages 15 to 19 experience genital mutilation, which results in prolonged bleeding, infections, childbirth complications, or even death. Some ways to fix issues with global goal number 5 include speaking up to fight for access to sexual reproductive health services, addressing biases that create invisible barriers to equal opportunity, and on a college level, we can create a platform for a global audience to engage and create change to achieve gender equality. We can do this by supporting gender equality. We can do this by posting flyers around campus. We can commit to the movement online, which is called He for She movement. And we can use our leadership roles on campus to advertise and get other student leaders and groups involved in the movement.
What do you think is the biggest obstacle for gender equality in the workplace today? There is not a problem with female achievement. Women have caught up with men in terms of education. In fact, in the United States and a number of other countries, women now actually surpass men in educational achievement. In a Pew Research Center survey, we found out that today's young women are starting their careers better educated than their male counterparts. In some company surveys, majority believe a woman would do a better job running a retail chain and would be a better choice as a hospital manager than their male counterparts. A problem arises when young adults try to balance work and family. Women end up carrying nearly all of the caregiving responsibilities. If women put many more hours into their household activities than men, this greatly disadvantages women in the workplace. It is unrealistic to expect gender equality if workplaces demand that women be available all the time. Caregiving responsibilities are not the only disadvantages women face in the workforce. In a 2018 Women in the Workplace study, we learned that for every 100 men who are promoted to manager level, only 79 women are promoted, and if broken down further, just 60 Black women are promoted. Working women may now get higher salaries than in the past, but they still make less than their male colleagues. Based on data from the U.S. Census Bureau, a woman makes 80.5 cents for every dollar a man earns. Traditionally, there have always been more male job applicants for a role like manufacturing and tech-based jobs. So naturally, these male candidates get hired and eventually promoted to managerial roles. This is caused by unconscious bias all around us. Men are more assertive than women. That's why they get requested and promoted more often. After a certain age, women will struggle to balance family needs with the requirements of a senior position. And women are more sensitive, thus not able to handle the pressure that goes with leadership. Our goal is to create gender equality in a workplace by ensuring women's full and effective participation in equal opportunities for leadership at all levels of decision-making in political, economic, and public life. What we could do to stop gender inequality in the workplace is 1. To ensure full participation in leadership and decision-making. 2. Promote empowerment of women through technology. 3. Adopt and strengthen policies and enforceable legislation for gender equality. And most importantly, 4. Getting rid of the unconscious bias all around us and give equal opportunities to everybody.
Gender inequality also affects education, or rather, who gets an education. Did you know that 130 million girls are out of school, or that 2/3 of the world's illiterate adults are women? This is the most important thing to know because children who don't go to school are often the most vulnerable and marginalized groups. Women who aren't educated at a young age are often subjected to child marriage and early childbearing, make less than those who only have secondary education, and they are not as knowledgeable on health and nutrition, which can increase the risk of HIV and AIDS. In countries such as Somalia, Liberia, and Mali, girls are not as prioritized as much as boys. The girls in these countries are often forced to stay at home and take on the household duties as well as take care for the children. Some girls don't attend school because of sexual harassment. Although women make up 50% of the world's population, they are not receiving the same access of education as men and young boys in some parts of this world, even to this day. If women and young girls are given the same rights and a quality education, maybe we would be able to have some women in powerful positions to actually make a change.